Combat Sports Today. Combat Casual back again with another episode of Combat Conversations, breaking down the weekend of fights for all you wonderful people out there. Phil, how are you feeling?
I'm doing good. I'll be honest. Right now, I was trying to send a link to my Twitter chat, and it says I need a passcode now. What the fuck,
Twitter.
Elon? What are we doing here?
How did you feel about the weekend that was a jam-packed weekend of combat sports?
I think it felt pretty good. I seen a lot of great highlights, to be honest. Like, especially from the UFC Qatar alone, like just the main card really was fucking spectacular. Like, I thought it was generally one of the best main cards of the year.
Mm-hmm.
The boxing card, which is the Ring 4 card, the main card, I didn't watch the prelims, but the main card was fantastic. The co-main event started off great, but then, like, Devin Haney, when you watch a Devin Haney fight, don't expect too much. I caught a little bit. I want to say I caught a little bit. I caught the Gable Stevenson fight on Sunday. I ended up falling asleep and I saw the highlight. That dude's a truth, man. Did you see his knockout?
I did not.
I don't know if you can show it on here, but damn, bro, it was one of the sickest knockouts I've ever seen in my life. We'll talk about.
You got it uploaded to Twitter?
Yes. It was
Quiet.
It was, I forgot what the caption was. I think it was like Gable Stevens is definitely the future of heavyweight MMA. Because he cracked him with like an overhand right so fast, and then he like jumped right into like a straight freaking takedown, and he was already out. Like, he was out cold already when he took him down. That's how fucking fast it was. It was literally one of the sickest knockouts I've ever seen. There was BKB over the weekend. I'm not gonna act like I watched that card. There was just too much going on over the weekend. But I do want to give a shout out to Gustavo Trujillo, who is the Cuban heavyweight. He used to fight MMA, but now he's doing bare knuckle boxing. Used to be signed with BKFC, and he literally told Dave Feldman to go F himself and sign with BKB.
Wow.
And literally, I think he's the baddest dude in bare knuckle boxing, because that dude's 8-0 with 8 first-round knockouts. So right now, nobody's stopping him. I don't think Ben Raffo can beat him. Anybody. So that's that. There was Octagon on the weekend, Cage Warriors. Fortunately, wasn't able to catch those, I think there was LFA over the weekend as well. And I believe you caught your own special shows, right?
Yeah, I mean, highlight of the weekend for me would have to be Deep Jewels. Every single time I watch Deep Jewels, it's so good. Japanese MMA promotion that's all women.
Yep.
And man, it is just, that's the best thing in women's mixed martial arts every single time. You got the craziest scrambles you've ever seen. Those girls are so limber and flexible. And you get brutal knockouts too on the Deep Jewels card. Like, so it's a very niche thing, pretty obscure, but man, I'm so glad that I found that promotion, because some of the best knockouts I've ever seen in women's mixed martial arts have come from Deep Jewels.
So is Deep Jewels a part of Deep, right?
Yep, it's their women's promotion. They also, it's a little bit different. They don't have grounded knees for the women, which is kind of strange. Those cards are like 12 fights long, and it's like, you're like, man, 12 fights, 1 a.m, but I think the shows go like 2 hours. So
they got fast pacing, huh?
Oh, the pacing is fast, the action's high. So yeah, Deep Jewels. And also, I just want to play what I thought was the best highlight of that card. Shozu Oi. She is gonna be a problem in women's mixed martial arts. I guess I don't even need to do this. She's I think this is her second or third fight. And she is just this, she's just a tiny chick, but man, does she put it on these girls. Check out this sweet submission that she hit on Deep Jewels. So sick, dude.
It's so sick. You text me that you're like right before we were talking about the show. You're like, he just randomly send me a video of that, and I'm just like, what the fuck did he just send me? I'm like, oh, he was definitely watching Deep over the weekend, and I seen that. I'm like, yo, that's a nasty submission.
Scarfold keylock. Oh my gosh! And so this chick is like, she looks like an anime character. You know, she's just like this really tiny chick, big giant eyes, and she's just like super like, you know, sweet and unassuming.
Lovely.
But when she gets in the cage, she mauls girls, takes them down, hits ground and pound. She fights at a really high pace. 2-0. My new favorite fighter is Shozu Oi. Shout out to Shozu Oi. She's the future of women's mixed martial arts.
Sounds like a soy sauce bottle. Shows away.
She's so fun, dude. Gosh, highlight of the weekend for me.
Were you able to pull up that Gable Stevenson clip or no?
Can you send it to me?
It's on my Twitter.
I can't log into Twitter on my computer right now.
So how do I send it on the private chat?
Dude, can you just click it on it in your Twitter and present it?
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Right,
but yeah, Deep, man. If you guys get the chance to watch Deep, I highly recommend it. It's usually on a Saturday night. After everything happens, we got Deep. By the way, I just wanted to say what's up to Going Rounds.
That's Big E, baby.
What's up, Going Rounds? I hope Gable is able to transition into higher level opponents and keep that intensity and exciting fight style. Yeah, certainly seems like an injection of life, much needed one too, into the heavyweight MMA landscape. Yeah. But can you present it?
All right, can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay,
and we'll do it like this.
Go. Watch how fast it is.
Hand landing on Stevenson, and Stevenson just puts time out. Gable Stevenson.
Damn, that's it's crazy because he knocked him out.
Right,
down. Oh,
but it wasn't the wrestling; it was the power in the hands of the great Gable Stevenson.
It's funny because he wasn't even going. He was like, that wasn't even like a. He didn't put everything into that left hook because it was like a feint to like go in for the takedown. So wow, that is nuts, man. It's sick.
Impressive what he's doing in his short like combat sports career. Well, at least besides wrestling, obviously, but like from like September till now, like he made his LFA debut, got a quick finish, does dirty boxing. Surprisingly, nobody saw that coming. Gets a crazy first round knockout, and then he goes into APFC. And just does this. Like, yeah, he's against cans, but like that's what he's supposed to fight in the beginning. I don't know why everybody assumes that he's supposed to fight the elite guys at the beginning, but like he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Well,
right?
Also, what I don't have any like inside information on this. I believe that he needs a certain amount of fights before, like, the commission will sanction him for like a UFC fight. That's what I think, but I could be absolutely wrong.
Because Brock Lesnar was 1-0 when he joined the UFC.
I think it's a bit of a different time. That's my theory. You could be absolutely right. I could be totally wrong on this, but I think that, and also he needs to get that experience just fighting in a cage, you know? So
CM Punk didn't have a fight at all. So
what's that?
CM Punk.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I mean, how many years ago was that?
It wasn't that long ago.
And then you saw how that worked out for him, right?
Yeah, it is what it is. Mickey Gall was 1-0 when he joined, so.
But I mean, again, it's like Gable's a young dude. He's an Olympian. I think he's trying to take his combat sports career like seriously. So maybe I guess I'm totally wrong on that, but I think regardless, I think like getting that cage experience is important to him. So
of course, because you see other promotions, they'll build up a guy from the ground up. UFC just refuses to do that for some odd reason. They'd rather just have you polished already when you come in, like Bo Nickel. Like you could just sign the guy when he was 3-0. They just put him through Contender Series and whatever. I don't think you put Gable Stevenson through a Contender Series. I think what he's doing right now, he's building a lot of hype. He's going to be in the UFC, like unless PFL or Ryzen, whatever. He could do a couple one-offs with Ryzen. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be sick.
Can you imagine? They're just like, fuck it, let's just sign
grounded knees. Grounded knees.
Dude. That'd be so sick. And he seems like the type of guy that, like, you know what? Let's have some fun. Because before even going into mixed martial arts, he was doing WWE. He was doing he was trying to be in the NFL with the Buffalo Bills. So he was just trying out things. And then it didn't work out for him. And we all knew, like, this is the route you should be taking. So he's finally taking it, and he's doing amazing.
Do you have any other highlights on your Twitter from the weekend?
Well, I can't show UFC. There's Octagon, but I don't have it uploaded. I don't know if you saw that crazy standing triangle submission.
But that's something we can do in the future. We could just like have your Twitter up. That's a good plug for you too. Just like, hey, like here's this. So that's something we'll implement in the future, guys. We're trying to. This is our 4th episode. We're trying to get the show better and better as the weeks go by. By the way, I just want to say what's up to Xenu. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I know that you've been very busy, but I'm super glad you could catch the show this time around. He was up before he hit the ground. It's a good way to come up. Don't rush it. Yes, he's on a KO tour, and I think he needs to keep that up 100%. Good to see Alina. Hope you're doing well. The highlights are cool. Yeah, it's definitely something we should implement into the show moving forward. But yeah, as far as that was the highlight of the weekend for me was Shozo Oi. Show of the weekend, I would say Deep Jewels. But I got to tell you guys about the show that I covered. Byon Combat from Indonesia. Shout out to all of the Malaysians and Indonesians who subscribe to the channel. You guys helped me get over 1K. So thank you guys so much. But I got to tell you, man, Byon Combat, it sounds really awesome when I explain it to you. It's what they call kick striking. So in Indonesia, they have a mix of Muay Thai and kickboxing. This is just the only way I can like explain it in my head. So there's no clinch. I know sweeps, but elbows are allowed. So it's like hybrid Muay Thai and kick. I think it's just Indonesia's like version of Muay Thai, but they call it kick striking. So, yeah. And so the show was a grand total of 12 hours on the broadcast.
12 hours?
12 hours.
12 hours?
And they had, 10 hours, 12 fights. So,
okay. Still sucks, but.
So Deep did 2 shows this weekend that were both 12 fights. They were done in in 2 hours. So what would happen was, and the fights were good. Don't get me wrong. I really, really liked the fights. They had a couple of boxing matches. This guy Ongan, super big star over there in Indonesia. He did end up taking the L in his fight against the Malaysian Lito. But so a fight would end, and then they would go to the desk for about 20 minutes, break down the entire fight, talk about it. And then like the fight would happen. It was so ridiculous. And then they also I'm watching the show. I'm like, okay, pacings, I can do this. And then they go, it's break time. And they take a break for like half an hour. And you're like, so
they got intermissions every 30 minutes.
Basically. And so then the pay-per-view portion starts. And I'm sitting there I got a solid 20 people in the stream. And I'm like, man, was this worth it? Because I was waiting for the pay-per-view to start. So I was like, okay, a bunch of people. Because their last show, it got 27 million views on YouTube.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm like, all right, this is going to be worth it. So pretty soon, they people just start filing in. They're like, how do we watch this? Blah, blah, blah. The event was $6 American on this app. And it's 60,000 Indonesian rupiah. And everyone was telling me, they're like, dude, this is so expensive. This is way too much money. And I'm like, all right, I'll tell you what. You message me, you subscribe to the channel, you follow me on Instagram, and you send me a message, and I'll send you a link to my Discord to watch this with me. So I had maybe 70 people from Indonesia and Malaysia in my Discord watching this event with me. So they had a couple of
So they didn't call you a
influencer fights.
scammer?
Huh?
They didn't call you scammer this time?
No, not this time. No. So they had a couple influencer fights. These guys had like 500,000 subscribers on Instagram and stuff like that, you know? Which those were kind of lame. But the main event, Abdullah versus Ronal. The fight was not good. The fight was very bad. And
So this
go ahead.
It's 3-3-minute rounds, right? If I'm correct.
Yes, but I think the main event was 5. I can't
Okay.
remember. Anyway, so Putra the Malaysian. This just show was taking place in Jakarta. Putra the Malaysian clearly won the fight. So they go to a draw. I said it's a draw. I'm like, oh, okay. And keep in mind the UFC is going. It's like noon, and I'm like, oh, thank God the fight's over, right? So they go, oh well, there is no draws in kick fighting, kick striking. So we're gonna go to an extra round, and I'm like, I'm usually hyped for an extra round in kickboxing, but I was like, oh no, I was like, no, and I'm not kidding you. 20 minutes go by. They're debating on what to do. I don't know why. And then they end up going, Ronald, he's injured, so he can't continue. But don't worry, guys, there's gonna be a rematch of this fight on the next Beyond Combat. And I was like, oh my gosh. So shout out to all the Indonesians and Malaysians. They are the nicest people. I swear these people are the nicest people. They're like, hey man, like, we're so sorry that you were traumatized by this event because it was bad. And they were pissed about all the yap. So you will watch it again. 100% King JC. And I'll tell you why. Because that event got 80,000 views on the channel. So every Beyond Combat, join me, Combat Casual, watch party for Beyond Combat. We're going all night. During the event, I took a break. And I literally fell asleep on my couch for 2 hours. And I just let the be right back screen run.
You know what? I think I hopped in on that. I'm just like, all right, where's bro? Bro's been gone for too long. He's gonna exit out. I dropped my like and left.
It was ridiculous. Like, I was literally asleep for 2 hours on stream. And I just came back, went right back to business. So yeah, we'll be watching Beyond Combat on this channel every single time it's live.
What time did it start for you?
2 a.m.
Jesus Christ, yeah, I ain't waking up 2 a.m. to watch Beyond.
So it would have been 4 a.m. your time, right? And it ended, I think, after Cortez Acosta knocked out Gaziv.
So you was dual streaming at the same time?
I wasn't dual streaming. I was just watching the UFC on my TV, like, because I was like, no, screw this. Like, we're committed to Beyond Combat.
I mean, we got them views, baby.
We got the views, baby. That's all that matters. So yeah, man. That was my experience over the weekend. One championship was fun. I do want to ask you a question though, because when I watch One Championship Friday fights now, I notice what I feel like is a very suspect finish. Probably 2 or 3 fights every single card. I see a finish. I see a guy get knocked out. And it just does not look believable. Like, a punch misses, the guy falls. I swear they're taking dives on One Championship Friday fights every single weekend. Thoughts on that?
Well, I know Muay Thai has a history of taking dives, specific gyms getting paid to, hey, you're fired, take a dive for this fighter. I'm not saying I know they are, but I'm just saying there's a history previously. I don't know if one tracks that down. It is pretty difficult to track that down. Especially with the UFC also freaking having fighters doing dives, must be complicated to really track those down. You need really strong evidence. But I know for a fact that, like, in history, there has been, fights that have been fixed, especially back in the day, back in the 90s. We heard stories that some guys' records don't really show represent who they really are, because you'd be like, oh, he lost the decisions to this guy, and then if you really go back in the fight, hold up, this guy, the other guy won, and then when money's involved, things get fixed.
Yeah, man, I it's starting to piss me off because I love one championship Muay Thai so much. It's the most entertaining thing on a consistent weekly basis. But
I mean, one probably doesn't even know about which fights get fixed. You know what I mean? It's hard to keep track.
Well, I'm gonna try to find this highlight. I don't really care. This stream's already gonna get demonetized and stuff. But there's literally was this fight where a guy landed a knee to the body that just didn't land. And a guy crumples over. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll play it for you. But I'm noticing this every single weekend, and it's just starting to really, really piss me off. Hold on, here we go. Right here. And this is gonna be from my Discord. I'm gonna show it from there. By the way, good to see Dirty Hippo in the stream. He's yelling at me over something. I'll try to full screen this.
Early night for Hyuga here on
Look at how this knee just straight up doesn't land. Right?
For Hyuga here on one Friday.
Oh, that was the second one.
Yeah, but the second one lands, but look, this knee crumples him over.
Early night. Here on
like, what are we doing?
Was he previously?
So I feel like.
I need more.
So some people were saying like, "Oh, well, a body shot landed before that," and I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
I saw you comment. It's a fucking scam.
It's just a trend I'm noticing lately that is just really starting to bother me when I watch One Friday fights. Because again, I love One Championship Friday fights, man. It's awesome. Also, shout out to Half Dead Frank. He actually posted highlights in my Discord all weekend long. He is the man. Did you see that nasty ankle roll?
Ankle.
I saw the ankle roll.
Let's see.
Oh, please no.
Yeah, guy rolled his ankle super bad.
And calculated his Ramazan up, but also unpredictable. He'll faint.
Oh my god.
I think he broke his ankle. Check this out.
Yeah, I've seen the highlights.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh. Completely sideways.
Look at Wheezy, man. Oh my god, yeah.
Brutal.
That was
let me
that was bad. That was really, really bad.
So let me check out some comments real quick. $6, those kids in the night. Oh, come on. How dare you? Insane. I agree with you. Exactly, Phil. Been saying that to you about one for so long. You really have. You've been saying like, dude, these fights are fixed. They're taking dives. They're betting like crazy over there. If you watch the guys and they get KO'd, they rarely go stiff. They just dropped and pretend to be asleep. It's so true. If they pay me, I'll take a dive. Play the minute before the stanza. I can't. Shamil Gaziv took a dive for Waldo that looked like the femur from the blunt force trauma of the kick. It was brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah, that was nasty. That's definitely.
But regardless, maybe that's not the best example. Fair enough. That guy did take some shots to the body before that, but I'm just sitting here like, dude, like this is starting to really, really upset me, man. Like there's so many dives on these KOs that I'm noticing. And you're saying that they have a history of doing that. Fair enough. I don't know, man. It's starting to kind of like.
I want to say one has a history. I'm just saying Muay Thai in general.
It's getting to the point where I'm like, okay, why am I even watching this? And it does really well on the channel. But I don't know, man. So, yeah. We had One Championship Friday fights, which is always fun, even though I think most of our fights are fixed now. And then we had the UFC card, which was extremely eventful. We don't have to go through everything. Well, we'll go through everything, but we'll just kind of talk about some of the fights briefly. I did not watch this one. You were saying this was extremely boring. Denzel Freeman does end up getting the W, but in a very, very boring fight. According to you, you still stand by that?
Yeah, man, this fight was shit. This is why heavyweight MMA looks bad. Both of these guys were making their debuts, and I wish they never fucking signed with the UFC after this fight. Next fight, please.
Okay. Nurullo Aliyev, big favorite, takes on Shamrock, who put up a hell of a fight. This fight was really, really fun, and I think that Aliyev finally got tested in the striking. Dude's only 24, about to turn 25 next month, literally. So, got a lot of high hopes for him. Any thoughts on this one?
I know Shamrock was a big signing from Octagon. One of the bigger names in Octagon. Finally signed with the UFC. Yeah, not too much. It's kind of what expected. Shamrock's a really tough dude. We all knew he was going to lose. Well, I didn't think he was going to finish, but he did it. And yeah, kind of just lived up to what it was expected.
It was a good fight. Narudiev, a guy I never was impressed with. He got a vicious first round TKO of Ryan Loder. Super gnarly right hand, folds up Loder like a cheap suit, and he goes down in the first round. Psych for Narudiev because I don't think he had a lot of hype, and I thought he kind of sucked before this fight. So the guy's got power.
I'm with you on that. I didn't really have much stock into this fight, but it ended. It really woke up the crowd with this one. So Qatar needed this knockout to happen, and I don't know where both fighters goes. I don't think Ludier is that great, and Ismail didn't really have much high stock in him. Not much to say about this fight besides a sick knockout.
Yeah, well, I just want to plug the show we do every week on Sunday. We match make after every single UFC card. Who's up next? Go check that out. It's uploaded. It's 2 hours long, so
go watch that shit.
Go watch it now. No, not after the show. Sorry. Alexandre Topuria beating Beksat Almakhan. Just dominating. I thought this was a very dominant fight. I am super stoked for Topuria. He looks like the real deal. Had no problems with Beksat Almakhan, who is a good wrestler. Got a quick knockout over Brad Katona in his last fight, so people thought he had power. But yeah, man, he did the damn thing, and I think he looks really, really good. A great addition to the bantamweight division.
Yeah, man, the Topuria brothers are gonna be a problem, man. He kind of whooped his ass, to be honest. I don't know who'd you put in his as his next match. Who'd you put? Just to give a little plug for your show again.
Ricky Simone.
Ricky Simone. Okay.
And I just want to mention that show I do every Sunday, which is already uploaded. Go watch it. The chat votes on who should be next. I give 4 suggestions. I go through the rankings, and we go through all that. So, Matua is saying your audio is a bit low. Can you turn it up a little bit? Turn it up all the way if you can. If not, I'll turn mine down a little bit.
Now. Oh shit, that's my volume.
Story of the fight says, did I miss the Gable talk? He ran through that dude like the lady who couldn't give consent. It's okay because the Minnesota law states that if you're both intoxicated, then it doesn't matter. So, he didn't commit any crime, even though we know we all did. Yeah, that's literally insane. Story of the fight. Yeah, we played the highlight. So yeah, good to see you, bro. Anyway, your thoughts on Topuria? He said he's going to be a problem.
He's going to be a problem. Put him on the same card as his brother or Marab, where all the Georgians would be. He'll be. He's going to be a name we're going to watch for a while. So 100%. I think he'll probably get cracked. I think he'll get pushed to the top a little bit faster than most guys.
Me too. And I mean, he's almost 30 at bantamweight, so yeah, it's now is the time. So I think Ricky Simone's a great matchup for him.
I was thinking Marcelo's getting him next, but we'll see. We'll see.
But that's kind of along the lines I was hoping for his next fight. Just like a guy with a few fights, a crafty vet. Let's see if he can outdo a crafty vet. So yeah, that would be perfect too. But yeah, along those lines. Abdul Rahman Yakiyev just steamrolls Cerquera. This guy looks like a really fun prospect. He's very young as well. Any thoughts on this? Super sick finish for him.
That's what I'm saying. Minus 2,000 is crazy.
I know, right?
And you know what? When people get those odds, I respect them a lot more when they do what they're supposed to do when they have those odds. If you're a minus 2,000, you do not go to the decision. I don't care what anybody says, unless you really freaking 10-8 every single round. But still, minus 2,000, that means you're supposed to obliterate the guy in the first round, and he did it under a minute. 33 seconds. That's what he's supposed to do.
100%.
The other guy he beat, he was a scrub anyways, I'll be honest. But that's what he's supposed to do when you minus 2,000. You could have made him minus 4,000, to be honest. But,
I want to see him against all the scrubs for a few more fights. Super young dude. Not that many fights. This is his 8th fight, right? I want to see him against all the scrubs. All the scrubs for just a little bit longer. Build this highlight reel up. Yeah. I have him against Tuco Tacos next. Because I hate that guy. All right, Asul Mabayev struggling with Alex Perez. I thought before the fight, I was you know what, Alex Perez, he's got a good case to win this fight. And he was. He was winning the fight. He's a very tough fighter. But Asul Mabayev just snatches up that standing guillotine real quick, subs him. It was cool to see Asul Mabayev go through adversity in this fight and still get the job done. So any thoughts on this one?
Wait, wasn't Alex Perez like just dominating like the first 2 rounds, right? If I'm correct.
I thought he was. Again, I was watching Beyond Combat, half watching that. Appeared that he was. Some people said it could have been 1-1. I thought that he was clearly whooping up on Asul Mabayev. So it was cool to see him, get that sub. Because here's a guy who doesn't have a lot of finishes, Asul Mabayev.
Yeah, he was I'm pretty sure they're both top 10 or top 15 at least. Asul Mabayev, he took a really bad beating to Manel Kape, from what I remember. I don't know after that fight. I think he fought Charles Johnson, if I'm correct, or was it the other guy? But yeah, props to Asul Mabayev. He got the W, and Alex Perez, I don't know, man. I think his UFC career is getting shortened.
I think so. He has 1 win since 2019.
No
2020?
Way.
Yeah, 1 win. And that's the Mateus Nicolau KO. So
you know how many cancel fights Alex Perez fight?
A lot. And guess who his win before Nicolau was?
Nicolau. Juicy A Formiga.
Juicy A Formiga. Like, Formiga? That fool has been in the UFC forever. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough, man.
It's kind of crazy that Alex Perez fought Figgy for the flyweight title.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, but he beat Formiga. Like, he was a good fighter, and I think Alex Perez is a good fighter. But it's just his days in the UFC are over. We'll talk about another person like that that I think is washed. Alex Perez isn't necessarily washed. He just can't get a win anymore. He still fights well. Good to see Denial. What are you talking about? He's talking in riddles again. All right. Well, what do you think are the hopes for Asul Mabayev? I don't think he's going to be like a top contender in the division, but he's definitely going to be a mainstay.
He ain't going to be cracking top 5 anytime soon. He'll probably stick around for the top, around outside of top 8. I don't think he's in the 6 or 7 range really. He's 31. I'm not really too impressed by him. He's the type of guy you give the upcoming guys to. Yeah,
100%. Nicholas Dalby and Sagid Izakamayev had a just boring fight.
This fight sucked. This fight completely sucked. Really bad.
I think it was boring because Dalby got knocked out in his last fight, so he kind of just wanted to play this one safe. And I credit to him, he out-grappled the man from Dagestan.
Khabib.
Yep, so that's cool. But yeah, man, what a terrible fight. What a terrible fight.
Yeah, Sagid, is that his name? Sagid. I know he previously fought for one championship. Previously fought for Eagle FC. And I'm pretty sure he beat Shinya Aoki as well.
That was his last fight before this was a TKO of Shinya Aoki.
I guess there was some hype him coming over. Some people were hyping him up because his win over Shinya, I guess. But like Shinya's washed as hell. Damn, this fight really fucking really sucked.
Oh, he meant to say funny hat rule strikes again. You said funny hate rule, so I didn't know what you were saying. It's not a riddle. Anyone who wears a funny hat has a better chance to win. Everyone. Oh yeah, 100%. Funny hat. Why do you think I'm wearing my beanie? Like, trying to win. Daga can. Oh, come on, Dirty Hippo. Yeah, it was good though. It was good to see Dalby get the win. I'm happy because everyone told me he'd lose, and I was like, Dalby's got this. So
I love Dalby, man.
Yeah, he's 41.
His fight
though,
sucked. I'm sorry.
It was terrible. Yeah, let's move on. Speaking of a fight that did not suck, Luke Riley gets one for the Cage Warriors crew. I thought he was losing the fight.
Same.
Up to the point where he lands that nasty left hook on Bogdangrad. I was like, again, I'd never seen a Luke Riley fight, so I was like, dude, this guy clearly has power. He could get the dub. I'm picking Bogdangrad to win. And man, that left hook was so beautiful. It was this
It was
dude
quick,
Mark
man.
Magsayo. You know who Mark Magsayo is?
No, I do not.
He's a prodigy of Manny Pacquiao. He hit a beautiful left hook on a guy in a boxing match, just like this one. Guy comes in a little too far, left hook, down he goes. Super sick KO for Luke Riley. Happy for him, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes for him in the UFC. But this is a great start to his UFC run.
Yeah, nice little comeback. He was losing that first round. I was, oof, maybe the Cage Warrior guys aren't that good as they used to be. Fucking comes back in that second round, popped him right in the fucking face. Had him on the ground. I was like, oh man, he's not gonna take advantage of the knockout. He's just standing back up. And I'm just grounding, pounding him, freaking putting him out cold on the ground. I was like, all right, Luke Riley, I see you. I heard the hype. I heard about you. Let's see you can do it again.
Yep.
What is he at? A featherweight? There's a lot of strikers at featherweight. And your matchup show, who'd you match up against?
I don't remember. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Ah, man.
It's a 2-hour show, man. Tell me some slack. Who did we put?
I was going to say, give him Darren Elkins. That's an easy win right there.
I actually mentioned that. I actually mentioned Darren Elkins. Oh, you're going to love this, dude. You're going to love this.
All right.
Nate the Train Landwehr.
Okay. That's not a bad fight at all. That's not a bad
That'd be
fight.
a banger.
I would say give him the former Cage Warriors champion Morgan Charrier. Is that his name? Charrier.
Ooh, that's a good one too. I think that Charrier is a little, done a lot more work, has a little more standing power. Needs a higher ranked guy. Personally, but that's another fun fight.
Yeah.
But I think Nate the Train is that would be so fun. And they test his grappling a little bit, getting a little war. I think that'd be really fun. So
yeah, excited to see what Luke Riley does. I hope when they go to UK, they put him on the card. So
yeah,
especially when he went Patty and everybody else. That team, I believe, that team is what Patty. Who's the other guy? I'm always trying to think about the guy with the Scouts accent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I know he comes from a good team, but yeah, great fight. Excited to see Luke Riley and do more damage in the UFC.
Yes, 100%. Dirty Hippo says he just sent Dana a strongly worded email making a case for Ewing's title shot. Hopefully so. The dude's a construction worker, so I know how it feels. We got to talk about probably the moment of the card.
Cinema. This is cinema right here.
Absolute cinema, 100%. Kyoji Horiguchi coming back to the UFC.
The Gooch is back, baby. The Gooch is back.
How many years? And dominates Tagir Ulanbekov. Gets that sick kick, hurts him. Just clowns old Tagir, gets the sub, and calls out Pantoja in one of the best promos I think I've heard in a long time.
Dude, I thought,
man, stoked for Horiguchi, man.
Dude, now a lot of people are writing off Horiguchi as washed. Me somewhat, just because, I don't know, man.
Shame on you. Shame on you, Phil, for writing off Kyoji Horiguchi.
Shame.
All right, that was corny, bro. Don't ever do that to me again. I don't know. What do you have saved over in your computer? But yeah, because you never know, man. The guy's 35 at flyweight, bro, and it's you give him. I felt like the UFC was just just give him a Dagestan and just right off the hype. He actually dominated this fight, dude. Yeah, oh my god, he landed some sick shots. I told my little brother who was in my room, I was like, watch this motherfucker right now. This is our people, our Asian people right here, brother. We're gonna root for our Asian man right here. That's and the third round, bro, he landed that freaking head kick, bro, and then he submitted him. I did not expect to submit him. I thought he was gonna TKO him and get a decision and win. No, he took his back and submitted him. I don't know if he tapped. I think he decided to go out, right? If I'm correct.
I think he put him out cold.
Yeah, but the only reason why I say it is because when Kyoji let go, he kind of got back up, and I was like, oh wait, did he tap or was it a verbal tap? But anyways, fuck. That promo, everything, he didn't give a fuck. Most guys don't ever call their teammates. Kyoji was just right on the mic, I want Pantoja. Give me Pantoja.
Great promo.
Yes.
Great promo. dude, Kyoji Horiguchi. People were telling me he was gonna lose this fight, and he's washed. I'm like, dude, you guys are tripping. Yeah, he got knocked out by Pettis in a fight he was dominating. Since then, he out wrestled Hiromuto Ogikubo and Makoto Shinru, two fantastic wrestlers. So I was like, hey, Tagir, he's decent, but he ain't that dude. And he had his nice little run in Ryzen. Kyoji did, comes back to the UFC, gets it done. I am so pumped for Horiguchi. The issue with him though is that a lot of the top guys at flyweight are booked, and he's got to get one more fight in. Unfortunately,
fuck all that. Fuck all
Okay.
that. The fight is next month. We're literally less than 30 days from Van versus Pantoja. Whoever wins that fight, it doesn't matter, right? You get Kyoji on the side, and whoever wins, like how they did with Van when he pulled him to the cage after he beat Brandon Royval. It's like, all right, Van and Pantoja next. That's how they should do it. That's how they used to do it back in the day. Have Kyoji on the side, walk up to the winner, and let's do it next year. Whatever card, April, January, February, whatever. That's the best flyweight fight to make right now. Besides, if you get Mokaev back, but
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. But I want to give Kyoji Amir Albazi and have him just clean up on Amir, and that's what I want. That's what I want to see personally. Listen, but I don't mind. I don't mind.
If Steve Erceg and Kai Asakura can cut the line, Kyoji is 10 times better than both of those guys. Give Kyoji the title shot next. Better resume.
I understand. Good to see Andrew Nance.
He's already whooped Manel Kopp's ass already.
You can't tap face Khabib after he will shame you. Got to go to sleep. Let him skip the line. They put Asakura straight in, and Kyoji has a better resume. Facts, Erceg too. Yeah, I understand. I think he needs one more fight personally, but that's just me. A lot of movement at the top of flyweight right now, so I think that he needs to get in the mix.
Videos? Let me get the boo thing, whatever it's called. I need.
You want the boo? You want the boo? You're gonna boo me?
Yeah.
Gotta cut a promo on me real quick.
You suck. All right.
Boo this man.
Fine.
You let me cut the promo.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were cutting. My bad. We'll get our comedic timing down a little more a little bit later. But yeah, fair enough, man. Whatever. Screw you guys. All right, next match. Waldo Cortez Acosta on short notice puts away the sea cow, the manatee. They are a protected species. Pete is going to come after him for this one. But he puts down Shamil Gaziv. I am so jacked. Did the damn thing. Your thoughts on Waldo Cortez Acosta?
I used to be a Waldo Cortez hater because I used to hate watching his fights. And then he kind of hit the switch where he kind of just became exciting. I think after like his Ryan Spann fight where he kind of just like knocked him out, and then I was like, all right, it's Ryan Spann. Who really gives a fuck, right? And Ryan Spann was never that great to begin with. And then he fought Sergey Spivak, whatever. Like, fight was okay, I guess. Yeah. And then he kind of gave my respect when he fought Sergey Pavlovich. I was like, all right, this dude's game. Like, even though he lost, he's down to throw hands with Sergey, and he kept himself in there. And then he fought Ante Delija. I don't care what anybody says. Like, he had a right to the eye poke, And people are like, oh, that shit was bullshit, whatever. But you seen his eye. His eye was fucked up. Delija, freaking whatever. He was pissed, whatever. You got knocked out, bro. Like, you eye poked him, then finished him. But then they made the right decision, restart the fight, and then he knocked him out, right? Cool. I fuck with it. And then he comes in this fight in 2 days' notice against Shamil Gaziv.
Flies halfway across the world.
Yep. And the fact is like, people are like such big fans of Shamil. I'm like, why? For what reason? Why?
He's funny on Twitter. He's funny on Twitter.
He's funny on Twitter. Wow. Like, that's a big reason why I should be his fan. And Waldo Cortez just knocks him out in the first round. And it was a beautiful knockout, too. When he throws that freaking right hand, he throws it like a fastball because he used to play baseball. And he's Dominican, Dominicans get that baseball in their blood.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Just like my boy Jay says, like, yo, we're Dominican. Like, we got that, we love baseball.
Oh, yeah.
And I always have this thing on Twitter where you make heavyweight great again. I'm not going to lie. With Waldo selling himself as the pirate because he got eye poked and he still fought in one, especially right after Tom Aspinall got the eye poke and he quit. Sorry, quit. That's a strong term. didn't continue to fight. And yeah, he's playing up this whole pirate gimmick, and I like it. I think I wouldn't be mad to give him a title shot next or gone, unless it's interim, whatever. But I'm liking what he's doing. He's kind of making heavyweight great again in my eyes.
No, you broke it down expertly. Like in LFA, he was a monster. In the UFC, he comes and out wrestles Rebellis to Spain. A lot of the fans turned on him for that. But I think that his confidence is fully on 10 right now. He's getting KOs. He's very fun. Salsa boy doing the damn thing. I think he wants. So he said he wants another fight before the year's over. And I think the only realistic person that would actually fight him is the man who called him out, Walter Walker.
He actually has a broken leg.
Walter Walker?
Yeah, he actually fought his last fight with a broken leg, apparently.
Wow. Okay. Well, never mind then. That's who I thought the only realistic person that would fight him in a month. But yeah, well, I didn't know he had a broken leg, so thank you for informing me. But yeah, no, Waldo Cortez Acosta, man, he's just climbing up the ranks, and I think he's now fun, and I think the fans are starting to realize he's pretty fun. He can be fun. Guzzi was pumped. He trains with Wally in AZ, so it was like redemption from one of his teammates to another for Tommy the Train. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, I'm hyped to see Guzzi back when he's off the suspension. So yeah, man, no, exactly. GSP, Khabib, Islam chose wrestling to win, and they are goats. And Wally does it versus a TKD black belt, and everyone hates him. Yeah, the people that the fans decide to attach themselves to makes absolutely no sense to me. It's like Gaziv, and you're not going to recognize like Waldo Cortez Acosta is improving, getting his confidence up. It makes no sense to me. MMA fans are the most fickle, especially UFC fans. So
Waldo for the title shot 2026. Let's go. I'm with it.
All right, there you go.
Dominican Papi.
Miktabek Orabai knocks out Jack Hermanson viciously. I'm very, very sad. I really, really like Jack Hermanson, man. He's a super nice guy. I would say he's one of the good guys in MMA. Those are hard to come by. What can you really say about this one?
Jack's washed. Hate to say it. When you got brutally knocked out by RoboCop and decided to go down to 170 against a guy who's moving on from lightweight.
Less than 4 months in between. I think it was 4 months.
Yeah.
In that, yeah.
Yeah, this was like this was sad to be honest, really, because because Orobai does not knock people out like that at all. And when you get knocked out like that by Orobai, and you really need to consider calling it quits in your career. Do something different. Maybe go into grappling. But
he's a great grappler. He wrestled Hamza at one point.
Yeah, Orobai is used to submitting guys, or ground and pounding them. And this guy freaking went to war with Tejas Rebecki and a bunch of other guys, and he pushed you out in like one shot. And yeah, it's over for Jack. I hate to say it, but maybe
I get it. I think that Jack Hermanson is a great fighter and should be celebrated as such. I understand he's washed now, but yeah, he was a mainstay at the top of the heap of middleweight for quite a while. So he had some really impressive performances too. So I like Jack Hermanson, but I fully agree. It's time to call it a quits. But for Miktabek Orabai, I did say it's a weird one to match up both men debuting in the weight class. I did say he should fight Kevin Holland next.
Orabai, I would give him. I would say Neil Magny, but he's already fighting Yaroslav Amosov.
I'm pumped for.
I'm hyped for that one as well. I was gonna say give him Nicholas Dalby, just another older veteran, I guess, because I don't really have much stock in this win. With Jack Hermanson, just
understandable.
He got knocked out easily against this guy who's not a knockout artist. So let's give him a little test.
I think you do Kevin Holland for a shot at the rankings. So that's kind of how I'm going.
Or D-Rod.
I mean, well, he had a lot of really impressive wins at lightweight. Was doing the damn thing. So I think that I don't mind giving him a shot at the rankings in his next fight, personally. But yeah, I understand that your thoughts on that.
One more thing. I think a sick fight will be him and Joel Alvarez.
You
ever seen Joel?
Yeah,
Alvarez?
but I want to get them one more win in the weight class, and then you kind of build up to Miktabek Orabai and Joel Alvarez. I think that's a great fight, though. Shout out to Paulman. Been a long time since I've seen you, my friend. He donates the 2, doesn't say anything. Thank you so much, Paulman. You're the man. Hope you're doing well, my friend. You did mention Yaroslav Amosov coming to the UFC against Neil Magny. I love it. I love it. I love it. Undefeated until he fought Jeremy Jackson. Had one of the longest
Jason
undefeated.
Jackson.
What's that?
Jason Jackson.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, you're absolutely. Jeremy Jackson is the guy that beat Nick Diaz. So,
Yeah.
yes, thank you, Jeremy Jackson. Yes. And so a lot of people were telling me like, oh, and this is what pisses me off about this. People are saying like, oh, another Bellator bum comes to the UFC. It's like, dude, Yaroslav Amosov is no joke. I know that Jackson beat him. Was that a title fight in PFL or Bellator?
Bellator.
Yeah. So, and I think that was the last Bellator card as well. But yeah, man. I think Yaroslav Amosov is going to be a great addition to the welterweight division.
Yeah, I love that signing, especially. We all knew he was coming to UFC, just a matter of when. So it sucks that, the last fight he had was January, and he's finally getting another fight at the end of the year. But he's here. Do I see top 15? Yeah, top 10? Maybe. I don't know.
Neil Magny's a great test. A great test for him. I think that's perfect matchmaking.
I think that's perfect matchmaking as well. It is Milton Magny is unranked at the moment, but he's sitting around the top 20. I don't know how Colby Covington is still ranked, but
I don't think Colby ever fights again.
I think he'll get one more, but that'll be like his last one. But yeah,
wait. You know what you do? You put Colby against Islam. Just why not?
Next fight.
No, come on, that would be awesome. The pre-fight build up to that would be fantastic. That's the fight I want to see.
Buddha's man. Shame.
Move this man!
Yeah, I got 2 boos already. All right, anyway. Volkan Ozdemir knocks out Alonzo Menafield. I think everybody picked this to happen. Menafield had nothing at all for Ozdemir. Ozdemir put it on him from the opening bell. Great win for Ozdemir. Just kind of maintains his place in the rankings, and it is what it is.
Yeah, great. It's impressive that he's still in the top 10 after like almost 10 years. So
yeah.
Alonzo Menafield, he's not going to be ever top 10. He'll stick around outside the top 10. Maybe the highest will get is 12 in the rankings. He's 38 years old. There's not much left for his career. He's going to be reaching 40. Ozdemir probably never going to be top 5, but he'll be around top 8, around that range.
I think I matched him up with Mirzakhanov for his next fight.
That's a good test for Mirzakhanov. If he knocks out Volkan, then Volkan's kind of pretty much the gatekeeper of the light heavyweight division right now. You get through Volkan, you get to top 5.
Yep.
So yeah, that's actually a great matchup for him.
By the way, I just want to shout out Paulman. He said he's going to get married. Dude, shout out to you, man. Congratulations. I hope that everything works out. Yeah, man, that's awesome news, man. Shout out to you, man. Hope you're doing well.
Shout out to you.
Hope you're able to watch fights afterwards. But anyway,
yeah, man.
No, shout out to Paulman, man. Known that guy for a long time. We get to the co-main event. Ian Gary beats Bilal Muhammad in a fashion in which I think everybody thought that he would. Just one step ahead of Bilal. Bilal fought good, but just not good enough. Your thoughts on the fight?
I thought the fight was a little bit closer than what most people think. I thought Bilal maybe won round 2 because I was talking to a couple of guys. Some guys thought Bilal won this round, and some thought Ian. But not mad at the decision. I don't feel like it was a robbery or anything. Like if Ian won, I'm not mad at it. But I mean, Bilal thought he won apparently. But yeah, good win for Ian. I don't really have much to say about his fight. I thought it was a good competitive fight. Ian says he's gonna kill him, like he always says with all his opponents, but then he gets into a decision.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that that's a criticism of Ian Gary because, like, oh, you mean the same thing Sean Strickland does every single fight and then goes to a decision, but nobody hates him for that.
Oh no, they do. Trust me, they do.
People love Sean Strickland because he's right wing. Is what it is.
I don't even care what his political views. He makes me money. Hey, everybody's got the entitled to their own opinions. I don't really care for politics, so it doesn't bother me.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, that's why he doesn't get criticized for, as much as Ian Gary does. I think it's fair, but I have Michael Morales next for Ian Gary.
honestly, you could put him in a title shot because if you put Shavkat, sure, it'll be a great fight. But then if you want someone who's gonna talk, it's Ian Gary's gonna talk more and sell the fight more than freaking Shavkat is.
Yeah.
But then Shavkat's been out for a while too, so like, do you put him in the kind of not like a warm up fight, but like a good test for him, kind of like Armin and Dan Hooker was later in this fight. Armin was out for a while, so they kind of gave him not a warm up, but like somebody in the rankings, but someone that he can beat in the rankings and do well against. I think they're gonna do that with Shavkat for a fight that he might take. It could be Sean Brady, to be honest. So I see Shavkat.
And a lot of people disagree with me on this, but I'm going to stick to my guns. I think you do Shavkat versus Islam. I think he's the only person that can give Islam a true test in the weight class. I think he's going to lose, but people disagree with me because of the layoff. Fine. Either way, I still think that you do Morales, Ian, and you do Prochez and JDM, and I think that's how you match up the welterweight Grand Prix. You give Shavkat the title shot. You already know Islam's not going to fight very often, so that's how I feel about it. I totally understand if you disagree, though.
I don't know. I'm cool with it. Like, welterweight division is so hot right now, where you can kind of place anybody in a title shot right now. Like, if you want to say, yo, Michael Morales looked way better in his fight against Sean Brady than everybody else, put him in a title shot.
Sure.
He's sitting at 3. Why not? Right? It's not like the UFC fucking respects their rankings.
No, they don't.
They kind of just feel they're probably thinking about putting Patty Pimblett instead of Armin against Ilya, right? Which one's gonna sell more?
Yep.
Especially with Paramount now. So like,
I have my own thoughts about sell more big money fights, right? Like, I don't think those really exist. That's just me, but
yeah.
I think that the fight really that I want to see the most at welterweight right now is Carlos Prochez and Michael Morales. I mean, that's the fight. That's the fight. But we wait a little bit. We wait a little bit for it. We wait. Just give it a little. Can you imagine that for a title?
There's so many bangers. But yeah, you could do Prochez, JDM. You could do Morales, JDM. Like, those are good matchups too. There's so many good fights. Like, I talked with the other guys. It's like welterweight's booming right now. I mean, even Usman, you could throw him in a fight with these guys. It'd still be a great fight, Leon Edwards is on his way out. Even Buckley. I don't think Bonfim's that good. Like, those guys are outside the top 5. But, it's good matchmaking, though, because you will get a good fight out of it. Maybe not against Ian, Michelle, and Gary, but everybody else will be fine.
He's too good, man. He just has this style where he just wins the rounds, man. And I respect him for it. A lot of people hate him. Understandable. He's not very exciting, and we'll talk about another fighter on a boxing card that's similar. But yeah, you had Armin Tsarukyan absolutely dominating Dan Hooker. It was not close at one point in the fight. I thought that this would end in like a 3rd round TKO, cumulative damage. Armin says, "Screw that. I'm a sub this dude," which is sick. I mean, I don't even know when the last time he got a submission win was, but yeah, I thought Dan. I didn't think Dan would win. Obviously, I thought Dan would do something to Armin, and he didn't do anything to him but try to guillotine him. And honestly, like, I thought it was really stupid, but also extremely badass that Dan Hooker went for the guillotine. I was like, yo, like, there's no way in a million years Dan Hooker would sub Armin Tsarukyan, but he's trying, and that's fucking awesome. Thoughts on this fight?
When he went for that guillotine and Armin just kind of like spun out of it.
Alligator rolled out of it twice. That was so cool.
That was literally one of the sickest escapes I've ever seen in my life.
So cool.
Like, now, like, I used to make fun of Armin doing those freaking like alligator rolls, whatever he was doing with his neck, like on Instagram. Like, when he puts his head on like the ground, spins in circles. Now
makes
I see
sense
why
now.
he does it. It makes total sense now. You know what? You keep doing that shit because I like that shit right there. Because now Dan Hooker jumped for the gilly, whatever, and then freaking nope, not today. And Armin said nope, rolled over, got on top, submitted him,
and Armin whooped his ass on the feet too.
Yeah, yeah, Armin's just next. Just give him the title, man. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, so definitely. The issue with that, and that's how I have a match to make on my show. The issue with that is that Ilya said he'll vacate if they make him fight Armin. And I'm like, Ilya's doing this thing again where he did this at featherweight where he's like, I'm not going to fight any of the top contenders. I only want to fight Max Holloway for the BMF title. And it's like, dude, like, it's like Ilya's so gangster. And then he says stuff like that. And you're like, dude, like, are you serious? So to me, it's like, let him vacate then. I think they'll make the fight with Patty, which I would like to see. But Arman is definitely the number one and most deserving contender.
Give him Arman. Just, God, man, when you talk about Ilya, annoys the fuck out of me sometimes. I'm like, there's a thing about these champions now. They just want to like do. What happened to the defending the titles, man? We need to make these champions defend all their, like get through the division first and then move up. Becoming like a 2-division champion used to mean something. Now it's like, oh yeah, whatever. You know, because like now when you do champion versus champion, it doesn't really mean much. Like I wish JDM defended his title a couple of times, and then you do Islam, but Islam kind of cleared up the division already.
Yeah,
but I understand why. But
before we talk about the boxing card, Half Dead Frank did post some more KOs. We got this one from Cage Warriors, spinning back fist knockout.
yeah.
Let me see. This video is already demonetized, so just let us know if the screen goes black. So, yeah, check this out.
They're at 3.
Oh, oops.
Yep. There you go.
Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Oh, wrong one. Oh no, it was already up. My bad. I didn't realize that. All right, yeah.
Set the over under at 3.
Bang! Super sick KO there. So we're gonna get this going.
What a shot!
Very, very nice. Let's do this. See if we can find any more. I heard that Cage Warriors card was really good.
I wouldn't know. I missed the whole damn card. I've seen a couple highlights. That's about it.
Oh, also after the event, there appeared to be a little scuffle between Team Ian and Team Hamza. Wait, is this even that? No, this is a scuffle on the. Wait,
the boxing scuffle.
Yeah, what happened here? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so there was a lot of heat on this fight. I didn't realize that. Okay. I thought that they posted that. My apologies. What else we got? Shout out to the Discord. Beyond Combat, dude. Oh, here's a highlight from Beyond Combat. Let's go.
You know goddamn well I want none of that shit.
Jumping switch kick.
Oh, wow. That reminds me when Yair
Put him out. What a knockout. Woo!
Yeah, it's lagging on my side, but
yeah, let's see if we got some more. It might be lagging, but yeah, sick jumping switch kick finish. I'm not sure if we have any more. Would you say that reminds you of what?
Yair Rodriguez versus Andre Fili.
Okay.
Damn, we're already an hour in. Shit.
I know. Yeah, let's keep it rolling. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about. Hold on, let me read some comments really fast. I've only seen children get up submissions like that. That's insane. Dude's flexible. Let the fighters do what they want. Fighters jumping weight classes fits more of how the UFC started. Yeah, I mean, I do want to see fighters defend the title though. At the end of the day. So, yeah, let's talk about the boxing card. Did you watch any of this?
I watched Abdullah Mason Sam. Is Inoue case? Inoue case?
I think this was the best fight of the weekend. Abdullah Mason, Sam Noakes.
Oh, hands down. This was the best fights I've ever watched. Straight, all gas, no break.
Mm-hmm. Sam Noakes was tough.
I always enjoyed Abdullah Mason, but he really has terrible defense. And I wish he worked on it more, but he's only 21 years old. He's going to be 22 soon, and he's going to be the one to watch. I think in like 4 to 5 more fights, hopefully he gets more polished. To be honest, because his offense is great, but his defense, whew, man, you can see that dude getting knocked out pretty soon by, I guess, a heavy hitter. I seen him get dropped a couple of times in a fight. But Abdullah Mason got his first world title, WBO World Lightweight Champion. Gets a tough, I believe he's Australian, no, English fighter. But yeah, Abdullah Mason, he's going to be a problem in the division. Just needs to work on his defense because he's getting cracked a little too much for my liking. And he's one of those guys that like kind of just throws the game plan throws a game plan out and just says, "Fuck it, I'm down with crap."
For the first couple rounds, he was very polished, and then he started to oblige Sam Noakes in the pocket.
That's what I mean.
And there was so many times where Sam Noakes looked like he was done, like he was gonna just get TKO'd, get out of there. But he would just have this like burst of energy and just put it on Abdullah Mason. Fun fight, best fight of the weekend. If you guys missed it, go back and watch it.
Yes.
Stoked to see. This is my first time ever watching Abdullah Mason box, so I thought it was really, really fun.
Highly recommend watching him fight.
Bam Bam Rodriguez. Not much to say here for me. I thought that this fight wasn't very good. Personally,
Felt like a sparring match.
Yeah, and I haven't watched Bam Rodriguez fight much, so that's on me for just catching up. I thought for a guy that they say is one of the best fighters in the world right now, like literally, like I heard arguments from like Chris Algieri saying he should be fighter of the year last year. Fair enough. I just was. I'm not gonna say I was like unimpressed, but he was dominating this guy the whole fight, and I was like, man, like when is he gonna knock him out? Kind of lulled him to sleep and me, and hits him with that counter left hook, puts him out. Nice finish for Bam, but just the fight was not very entertaining to me. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I felt like a sparring match, to be honest. Like, but the thing is, Bam makes it look so easy. It looks like a sparring match. Like he didn't really have to try in his bout. That's what kind of like was him in every fight. Like he really doesn't have to try. I think there's a lack of competition in his division. I think he should be moving up where he's gonna fight like the guys like Junto Nakatani, Tenshin Nakasawa, whatever, and then what's his name? The guy who just beat Tenshin, Takuma Inoue. Like that division is where I'm at right now. The division he's in right now is just not that great, but he's pretty much gonna grab the title and every title in this division and then move up. So,
which I believe he already has. I mean, this is for the Ring Magazine, WBC, WBA, and IBF. So I guess he only needs the WBO.
There's so many titles. I don't know which one he's missing, but it might be that.
Be the WBO.
The ring rankings right now. Because he is at junior bantamweight right now. There's not a lot of guys in this division, man. Like he kind of beat already like 3 or 4 of those guys, I believe. And the division above where he goes to 118, there's just so many better fights for him to make, especially a lot of those Japanese fighters, that you see on those top rank cards. And a couple of like foreigners as well, like Jason Maloney, Antonio Vargas. But you'll see them like Seiya Tatsumi, Daigo Higa, Takuma Inoue, Yoshiki Taki, who is also a former K1 champion. So
wow.
Which is more, yeah. So a lot of guys above his division that I would like to see. And then above that, you have Inoue's division, which is like 7 pounds up. So I just rather see, right now for me, I'd rather see Bam move up and fight either Nakatani, Tenshin even, Jason Maloney, or even, what's his name? Takuma Inoue.
Yeah. It seems like he's a big lack of competition for him because he already beat all of them. So, yeah, great boxer, but not a fun fight. Not a lot of resistance. Fun fight for about 3 rounds. Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. Everybody was telling me Brian Norman Jr. is going to knock this dude's head off. And I was like, Devin Haney's damn good. It's Devin Haney who drops Norman. Was in the 3rd. I was like, man, like, let's go. Devin Haney he might get a finish here. No, sirree, Bob. That is not Devin Haney's style. He said, nope, I'm up. I'm going to cruise. And he did all the way into the 12th round. Devin gets it done. pissing all the fans off in the process. I'm sure Bill is over there somewhere like, my son is the greatest fighter to ever live.
Yeah, he got the job done. Devin the Dream Haney. Yeah, he really had me going to sleep and dreaming. So it's a perfect name for him. He looked good in the first 3 rounds. You know, I mean, he looked good throughout the whole fight. But I think once Brian Norman got cracked, I think he kind of realized, holy shit, like Devin Haney can crack. But
and it seemed like he was kind of tentative too, like a little gun shy after that.
He was like, maybe I think he really underestimated Devin Haney. So Brian Norman's 24. Wait, is he 24? Yeah, he's 24. He'll be back. He's a fun, exciting fighter. But Devin Haney's just proved his levels to this, and he kind of just outclassed him. I felt like Devin Haney doesn't have that killer instinct, which kind of irritates me. Kind of plays it safe. Surprisingly, Ryan Garcia is the one that freaking made him look like an amateur.
I know, right?
But maybe that's just how good Ryan Garcia is when he's on
Sure.
the juice. When he's on the juice.
Devin's on the juice too, let's be honest.
He could be, to be honest. But yeah, Devin Haney, he's probably going to get like Mario Barrios next. Mario Barrios.
It's a good fight.
Who's like who else? I don't know. To be honest, like the division's kind of whatever to me. Maybe Rohan Polako. I would like to see Devin Haney versus Conor Ben. I would like that fight a lot.
It's a fun
I
fight.
think they could do that in the UK or maybe the US. I don't think it would happen in the US. Actually, no, it might happen in the US. Just because the way Haney's team is, they want to be the A side. But
yeah, I think Turkey would make that fight too.
they'll probably end up being Saudi Arabia for whatever reason.
100%.
But yeah, I'm on to the next fight.
Benavidez knocks out Anthony Yard, just like I said he would. Also, round 1, you owe me $5 because I told you Benavidez would knock out Anthony Yard. He said no, he win a decision. I was like, nah, son. David Benny getting that KO over Anthony Yard, and he did. Good for him. Anthony Yard's washed. I don't know. I guess Benavidez got to get a fight with Bivol, Beterbiev. Your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, it was just straight ass whooping, to be honest. Backed up Yarde most of the fight. Actually, majority of the fight, to be honest.
Credit to Yard, man. He really he threw some hooks, but he's just too damn slow.
I like Anthony Yarde just because he's always in a great fight. Ever since I watched him against Beterbiev, I'm like, yo, this dude's a scrapper.
Mm-hmm.
But he is getting old. He is 34. You know, he ain't really the beast from the East anymore because, you know, we got the monster on the other side, El Monstro. At 28 years old, David Benavidez.
Monster.
I'm going to say it right now. David Benavidez is like top 3 favorite fighters right now, currently watching.
Yeah.
I've never been bored watching him fight. Ever since I watched him against Caleb Plant, I said, I'm a fan, man. Like, this guy just comes and brings it. He has that true Mexican style. Like, maybe Canelo was ducking him because this is a big guy.
Yeah.
The fact that he's, you know, he was at what was before? Middleweight.
Super middleweight.
Dominating. Super middleweight dominating. Goes up to light heavyweight, you know, gets a couple titles. What kind of threw me off, right? So, mind you, he wants better. People been, you know, matchmaking him against Beterbiev or Bivol. And then he gets on the mic. Guys, I have an announcement to make. On May 2nd, I'm moving up to cruiserweight to fight Zorro Ramirez.
Wow.
Hold on. It's funny enough because Ariel like quoted us on one of his posts because he was like, "Oh yeah, we got to do Bivol or Beterbiev next. It doesn't matter." And he goes, "Oh, never mind. I guess he calls Zerto." But Zerto's a great fight. 2 Mexican fighters.
Yo, Zerto was in a big fight a while ago. Who was that against? Was that against Bivol or Beterbiev?
So back when he was at light heavyweight, he fought Bivol. That's his only losses to Bivol.
Yeah.
But then he moved up to cruiserweight and he beat CBS, Chris Billiam Smith.
Okay.
That was on like the I forget the name of the card. It was like a Mexican themed Saudi Arabia card.
Interesting.
It was a good fight, but Zero kind of dominated him. But he got the
I
fight.
think that Zerto has fought a lot of cans. Because his record was like what, 35-0 or 36-0? Something like that. Or it was like 41-0, I think, when he fought Bivol. And then Bivol obviously schooled him. I think Benavidez murks that dude too. And I'm right there with you, man. I really like Benavidez, man. I've always been a fan of him. Been very fun. Canelo 100% ducked him. I would have too if I was Canelo. I was like, Benavidez? I'm gonna fight I'm gonna fight Jaime Munguia. Like, what are y'all doing?
Zerdov's pretty good. I think he was just at the wrong weight class, to be honest. I think he got kind of outgrew his weight class.
Well, and his speed he's so much faster up at light heavy. So I can't imagine, cruiserweight he's gonna do well. Don't know what he's doing, but whatever, man. David Benavidez is the man.
Well, he's gonna be a lot faster at cruiserweight, obviously, but like there's a big gap between cruiserweight and light heavyweight. Because guys can walk around like between 176 and 177 to 200 pounds. So it was like, I don't know, man. Like, how big are you? Like, will your power translate to cruiserweight? Because that is a massive gap.
People
like
said that about him moving up to light heavyweight, though, dude. Like, I don't know. I think David Benavidez is the truth, man.
But if you think about it, right? Because what's the difference between middleweight and light heavyweight?
7 pounds.
7 pounds, right? And then you go into cruiserweight. These guys, all right. So let's say he's weighing in at 175.
Cruiserweight 190.
Cruiserweight's 200, I believe.
Is it? Oh, damn. Okay.
That's why I'm like, damn, bro. Like, all right, like I respect it, but it's like, so the limit is okay. So the limit at light heavyweight is 175, right? And then the limit at cruiserweight is 200. That's 25 pounds difference. And I'm just like, if he knocks, Zerdo's never been knocked out either, so.
Denial says that he will have room to actually put some muscle on, and being faster, he can afford to slow down slightly and still be faster at cruiserweight. Yeah, I think David Benavidez is the truth, man.
I think he's the truth as well.
The last card of the weekend that was just jam packed with combat sports was the Tenshin Nasukawa Takuma Inoue card. I watched the whole thing. It was on Amazon Prime only in Japan, so I did watch these first couple fights because I'm in Japan, according to my VPN. Ryuga Sato got a sick knockout over Koji Kajiwara. This fight was actually not aired. Riku Matsuda was whooping up on Jose Miguel Calderon. And Calderon, this is turning into a really fun fight. And then there was a clash of heads. They called the fight off. Super bummer. But yeah, then you had Tomoya Suboi versus Carlos Cuadras, who I've heard of, and he's fought all the big guys, all the big names in this weight class at 114. Roman Gonzalez fought him a couple times. Yeah, and Suboi, man, this dude cleaned up on Carlos Cuadras. Carlos Cuadras couldn't do nothing to this boy, and they mercifully stopped it in the 8th round. This dude is legit as hell. I think this is like his 4th or 5th fight ever, and they gave him like special permission to become a pro because he was an Olympian. So yeah, this dude is the truth, and super stoked for what he'll do in his career. Rais Alim got a decision win over Mikito Nakano, and Nakano was a favorite in this fight heading in. He had knocked out all of his opponents but one, and Alim just put it on him, showed him that herky-jerky, dance around the ring style, landed a lot of nice shots on Nakano, who could never, ever land a glove on Alim. Was a masterful performance from him. And then, of course, you had the big fight of the night everyone was hyped up for. It was Tenshin Nasukawa versus Takuma Inoue. You're saying you didn't watch this fight, correct?
I didn't watch this cold card at all, man. I got work Monday morning, man.
Fair enough. I watched this whole card, and then I fell asleep during the main event. So sorry about that, everybody. But yeah, Tenshin looked really good in the first. He won the first. Takuma Inoue, he had started to really just figure out Tenshin. Tenshin is very limited in his skill set in boxing. And also Tenshin was he was really hyped to be there, man. You could tell he was just like stoked to be there. He's having a lot of fun, kind of celebrating a lot after every round. But again, Takuma Inoue just has more tools in the toolbox and figured out Tenshin was keeping him at range when he wanted to, getting on the inside and landing combinations when he wanted to. Tenshin was just one step behind, basically, during this whole fight. And a plus 400 underdog, Takuma Inoue, beating Tenshin Nasukawa. And Tenshin's only 27, man. I think he's got time to improve, but I don't think he'll ever go back to kickboxing, which is what I want him to do. But I understand it's like, he's 42-0. Like, can we just give this guy a break? Let him chase his dreams in boxing, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, especially being at 117, like, who's really for him at 117 to make him go back into kickboxing, right?
Yeah.
118, 120, whatever. Like, Takeru fights at 135, Rotang fights at 135, Superleg fights at 145, Yuki Oza fights at 135. Like, there's no names below him. Maybe one of the Osaki brothers, I think, who it was, but I don't think that's big enough name to make him jump back to kickboxing. I don't know, like a random Thai dude. I don't know, maybe Nautica. Like Nautica fights at 115, but like, is Nautica big enough for him to fight? Especially he does Muay Thai, but you know how one likes to do things, like keep him in freaking Muay Thai and kickboxing. But there's just really nobody for Tenshin to go back into kickboxing. Really, I don't really care for any of those matches. Like,
I want to see him versus Rodtang one more time, personally.
Yeah.
But Chatri has said that Tenshin has already talked to him, and he's already making that fight happen. It's in the works. I don't believe him at all. That is the only fight that I would be interested in seeing Tenshin do. I mean, he's done everything he could possibly do in kickboxing, man.
Hey, man, there's still time for MMA. He's 4-0.
Yeah, I guess.
If
I don't
he
care
wants to
about
be the
MMA.
global superstar, if
don't
he
care.
really wants to be a global superstar, he'll do it in MMA and he'll do it in the UFC.
Yeah.
Come on.
At 125.
Can you just imagine him and Brandon Moreno just fucking boxing, just straight up throwing hands and kicks? The kid's a prodigy. Give him props.
No. I'm done. I'm done giving him props. Anyway, you got any?
Oh.
No, I'm not doing it this time. You got any
Okay.
headlines for us before we wrap it up?
Dakota Ditcheva is back she's back on February 7th against Denise Kielholtz, I believe that's her name. Former Bellator.
Denise Kielholtz is a good fighter. Way too small for Dakota Ditcheva. Denise Kielholtz was actually a kickboxing champion at one point. So that is interesting. Denise Kielholtz is very, very fun. Way too small for Dakota Ditcheva. She's going to clean up on that chick. But glad to have Dakota back after an injury.
Exactly. Hey, she's getting her back in the fights, which we want. You know what I mean? People are like, oh, she gets a can, man. Who really cares? She's back. That's what we wanted. They're stacking up that card. They got Usman or Nurmagomedov versus Alfie Davis for that card.
Sorry.
What's his name? Shamil Musayev versus Ramazan Karimov. I can't even say his last name. I haven't seen that dude fight in almost a year or two. He was the Bellator welterweight champion that nobody remembers now.
Well, Shamil popped for steroids after his win against Logan Storley.
Yeah. Did he pop for steroids?
Yes.
I don't think so because he won the tournament.
I could have sworn he popped for steroids after that. I could be absolutely wrong.
Could be the other Dagestanian guy.
Okay, my apologies. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, one of those Dagestanians. But I would like to give props to PFL. They're actually doing a new take on their promotion next year, which they
have a new CEO. Apparently. But
Peter Murray was the CEO.
I think it's only the CEO of their international events. I think he's only promoting them. I think Don Davis is still in the mix.
No. So Peter Murray was the CEO of PFL, and then he switched to international events.
Okay.
Because they was more focused on the tournaments. So the international cards are just going to be tournaments, and then like the US based, the main PFL roster is going to be like all those big fights, run like a normal MMA promotion. No more tournaments.
And Don Davis is still the president of that, correct?
Well, I don't think he's the president per se. He's kind of like the investor.
Okay, he's still going to be the guy though, right? Because people were saying, oh, they got a new CEO, so Don Davis is out. I was like, I read the article. I was like, it doesn't say anything about that.
Yeah, he's more just like he's like chairman, but I think he's taking a backseat role and just letting John Martin do his thing. And
cool.
So now Martin's putting his vision to the PFL, and I think fans gonna be more accepting of it. They already announced 4 events: Dubai, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and Spain. They're going to Spain, which is big because their middleweight champion is Castelo Van Steenes, and he beat Johnny Ablin in that crazy comeback. So I assume that Castillo is going to headline the card against either Johnny Ablin or Fabian Edwards. one of those fights in Spain, so that's a big thing. Chicago, great for them. We're gonna have boots on ground for that event. Pittsburgh, probably too. So maybe Dalton or Rasta will be on that card. I think he's from Pittsburgh as well. So
Okay.
I just want to give props to PFL. I think they're gonna have a big year coming up next year. I think this is what fans want to see, you know. So yeah, props to them.
I don't think everybody hates the PFL. From my side, I'm constantly screaming at a wall that PFL is good for the sport, and I want them to do well.
Always will be.
People go,
But
well,
they
PFL, they're gonna fold. I'm like,
See, I never
okay.
say that. So
I'm like, hey, listen,
I-
if that happens, it's gonna be a bad day in combat sports, and you guys are gonna miss PFL.
Exactly. I heavily criticized them just because I wanted to be better. Because you acquired Bellator, and you did really nothing with it. Like you kind of just acquired the mid talent. I guess not the mid talent, but like you lost the champions. You know, we want to see champions for champions, which they did, but it wasn't as good as we thought it would be. But whatever. I don't want to get too much in depth with it, but like,
fair enough.
You know, you made a big move. Now you consider like now the number 2. Like there's no question that you're number 2. Unless Rise fans want to say there's number 2, but like roster wise, they ain't number 2.
Well, again, it's a whole long conversation. There's promotions like KSW, Octagon with a K and C that are doing really well. But yes, as far as like fan sentiment and like the big names, yeah, you're absolutely right. Number 2.
Okay, but yeah, that's it for me. It is getting pretty late for me. We've been almost at an hour and a half.
Yeah, I do. Before you go, I want to quickly ask you, what do you think Rico Verhoeven does after vacating his Glory title?
Fuck, I forgot about that. First of all, quick shout out to Giorgio Petrosian, who just recently retired.
Oh, yes, he got a win in his retirement fight. Yes.
Yes. He was on a can tour, similar to fucking Sangchai. But yeah,
we got knocked out in a 1 by Super Bond, and then he just fought on Petrosian Mania for a while. So
yeah, I think he just lost his fucking will to fight again, or at least fight elite competition. But yeah, props to him, one of the greatest of all time. 109-3-2, which is kind of crazy.
Insane.
I actually seen both his losses, so they're pretty bad. But he's a hard dude to hit, and when he does get hit, he goes down pretty bad. But yeah, sorry to fucking shit on his fucking retirement, but yeah, props to him. Rico Verhoeven. Ariel says he has a lot of offers from promotions. Damn, it's tough because like
you got the scoop. You holding back on us?
It's not a scoop necessarily, but like it's more like if he goes to the UFC, right? Do they make him do a couple fights? Remember how they're doing it with Gable Stevenson and shit? Just sign him already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I think the promotion that would willingly just give him the fight what he wants is PFL. And if PFL wants to make the right move, they'll book him and Francis Ngannou in a boxing match, kickboxing match, MMA, whatever you want to do it. Best out of 3, whatever. And it's just best heavyweight kickboxing versus best heavyweight MMA. Like no other way to sell it. They have the European connections. I think the perfect event. They have the best, in my eyes, the best way to promote this fight is that you do it in France, right? Because they have a fan base. Francis versus Rico, right? You're gonna have Cristiano Ronaldo there, big soccer superstar, and then you put Cedric Doumbé on the card. He's gonna have Mbappe, another superstar in soccer, and like for the optics, you're just gonna have every like big name soccer player there, and you heavily promote this card as a pay-per-view, or maybe you want to make it free on ESPN or whatever. If you're gonna do it on ESPN, you do it on big ESPN, not no ESPN whatever sub app, whatever you got to do. ESPN, like the main one.
Yeah. Yep.
PFL has so much French talent they can put on.
I want to see Rico go to K1. I know it's not going to happen. I want to see him win the K1. That's the only thing he hasn't ever done in his kickboxing career. So, the other option I want to see is Francis Ngannou versus Rico in fucking kickboxing. I know it's not going to happen. I think it's going to be in boxing, as you said. That's probably the most likely thing to happen. I've been hearing rumors about Rico in the UFC. I do not have high hopes for Rico going to MMA. And he has had MMA fights before, correct?
Just one.
Yeah, just the one. I don't think it's going to work out well for him. I understand that Rico wants to get paid. I personally don't feel like Rico has the motivation anymore. He's done everything in kickboxing besides win K1. Win the K1. Rico, damn it. I'm a crazy kickboxing fan. But I understand it. It doesn't do anything for him money-wise or whatever. I think that he just wants big, big fights. And I think Francis is the one that makes the most sense. I don't want to see him in the UFC.
I don't care for him in the UFC because like Tom has this thing where he doesn't want to fight his friends when like 3 of his friends are in the top 15. So if Tom says I'm not gonna fight him, let him become champion, well, what's the fucking point of that? Yeah, Francis and Rico they train before, but they're not like best friends. That's the fight to make. You do the best, 2 of the best strikers on the planet for heavyweight, and just put them like PFL. Like, what are we doing here? Like you said, you get Francis his opponents. His opponent gets 200 mil flat minimum. Rico is a big enough star, heavyweight star.
I think it was 2 million. I think it was $1 million or 2 million.
Rico, there's no other heavyweight. Like I know Isha likes to say Phil DeFreeze, like no, please no. There's no other heavyweight.
City Life catching strays.
Listen, I like Phil DeFreeze. Seems like a nice guy. You know, he gets his job done. But like stylistically, I don't care. I think Francis stuffs his takedown and then he just grounds a pound and puts him out cold. At least with Rico, he's a threat on the feet. You know, might be not so much in the ground, but at least hey, the fight starts on the feet. Let's see what happens. Rico Francis, that's it, baby.
That's the only. Yeah, that's all that makes sense. It's the only one.
That's how we ended it, baby.
All right, sounds good, man. Well, thank you so much for doing the show. Do you have anything coming up on your channel?
We got a couple of interviews that's dropping this week. We got an interview with O'Shea Jordan, who will be fighting in the Black Combat promotion for the Black Cup, which is like the MMA World Cup. Check out.
When is it taking place?
March 2026, I think.
Okay, got it. Marking it on my calendar now.
But that's it for me, boys.
Cool. No UFC this weekend, so I'm gonna have a little bit lighter on content this week. Also, Thanksgiving weekend. Hope you guys all have a great Turkey Day with your family. Yeah, man. Let's get the hell out of here. It's been almost 2 hours, man. Let's get out of here.
Peace.
Shout out to everybody. Go subscribe to Combat Sports Today on Twitter, on YouTube, and subscribe to Combat Casual. Doing a lot of fight campaigns, a lot of content. Let's wrap it up.
What the hell?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Man, you want some too? You better wrap it up. You better wrap that gavel up, B.